What's up, everybody? It's Brian back with another trade recap video. Today was a pretty good day. I guess this is the first official week of 2026 trading. So let's get into it. I said I'll do these recaps, and here it is. So we're going to start off on the hourly chart like I normally do. So, boom. Here is what I was looking at to start off the morning. Overnight, the entire Asia and London session, we just crept up higher and higher. We crept up. We crept up higher and higher. I was watching it here just on the hourly chart the entire time, and then I noticed around like 9 o'clock after I did my game plan, we started to really have expansion to the upside. I didn't get involved during the pre-market. I want to be as disciplined as possible, especially coming into this new year. Slow is pro. So I took my time and I waited. And then we'll drop down to the 5-minute chart of when I ended up taking my entries. So initially at the open right here, we had this huge bullish candle that broke above yesterday's high, this would be Friday's high. This is my still the same level from the other day, my no-fly zone between 69.3275 and 69.1525. This area of consolidation, it just is prone to fake outs, so I only want to take positions above it or below it. So we pinned the top of the no-fly zone at 69.3275 at the open, and then rallied to about 69.4550. This actually created a 15-minute opening range on this 1 5-minute candle. This 1 5-minute candle pretty much was the range that was set for the morning and for the position I took. So I didn't take any positions and I just watched it, knowing we have 10 a.m. news. We had the PMI that came out. I don't know the data. I don't know what it says. Sometimes I look at it, sometimes I don't look at it. It doesn't really affect my style of trading. If it's positive data and we start heading higher, I get long. If it's negative data and we start heading lower, I get short. So the game plan coming into the day was, as long as we stayed above 6,900 and above my no-fly zone, I was just looking long for continuations into 69.50 psychological level. So we created multiple failures to go higher and multiple failures to go lower, all the way up until 10 a.m. in just this 5-minute range. Now, this right here to me is a higher low. Even though it's a lower low compared to these 5-minute candles right here to the left of this, once we pinned down here and we could not break into 69.3275 zone, I knew that first 5-minute candle was the base of any plays for today. I waited still. I didn't take anything just off of this pin. I wanted to really give it until we broke above Friday's high. So around 9:55, we failed to close above Friday's high, but we created a bullish candle, and we didn't even come near and get back down towards the prior candle low. Once we didn't come down towards the prior candle low, at the news, we popped up and then failed. I was initially thinking that we would fully fail down here into 69.3275. Once we held and created this outside candle, breaking above 69.42, I was interested in longs. I wasn't able to get involved directly on this candle just because I wanted to give it some time to see, will we continue or will we not continue. Once we closed firmly bullish, I placed the limit order at 69.43 right here, and I ended up getting in at around 10:05. I think it was 10:06 specifically is when I got in. when we pulled back to retest 69.42 and retest Friday's high. Now I got in, I placed my stop loss at 69.32, just underneath my hourly level, because once we come down here, my position is invalidated. I placed my stop loss where it needs to be for the position to be invalidated. I got in on 2 accounts with this. I got in just 5 micros on my main account with Tradeify, my main 50K account that's leading towards a payout. And then I leveraged higher on a secondary account, which copy trades that first account. That account is in drawdown, which is why I'm a little bit more leveraged on it. Now, once we started pushing higher, right here, we pinned at 69.4875 on MES. It was on ES it shows 69.4850, but it was 69.4875 on MES. I was not able to take anything out on that initial push higher. I was expecting price to just fully go to my 1R target at 69.54. We didn't get that. Price came, hovered around my entry for about 10 minutes. After hovering around my entry for about 10 minutes, we started to push back up higher. Now, as we continued higher and started making new highs, I scaled out 3/5 of my contracts here, pretty much at the old highs, 69.4850. I do this to pay myself for being in the positions, and once I'm in profit, especially on a grindy day like this, I want to protect my downside as much as possible. This position overall risk was about 275. 275 to make 275. Now, being in this position for about 15 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm up about $150 as we came to new highs. Rather than sitting there and hoping and praying that it goes to my 1R, what I like to do is I like to scale out. Like I said in the last video, I've been working on scaling out as I'm in profit and just moving my stop to break even. So now I scaled out, I locked in $100, and I moved my stop loss to break even. A little bit above break even, just because commissions. I don't want to dig into any of my profits. So now my stop loss is locked at 69.4375, above my entry, and I'm just holding for a full TP at 1R. Luckily, price pulled back some, held above the opening range high, and then rallied straight to my TP where I was able to get out fully. I didn't hold anything for beyond the move. I didn't try to hold it and say, hey, maybe we go higher on that huge bullish push. I like to get out when the market allows me to get out, especially on a day like this where we're just kind of grinding sideways. That's the one position I took today. I'm not going to take anything else. I'm not going to force anything else, which is pretty good. This resulted in me pretty much having a $700 day. Let me pull up my trade below. So this pretty much resulted in me right here. Okay. Having a $700 day. Pretty good. That first position, I did enter a bit earlier, which is why it was over leveraged on that. I entered, and then as I got more confirmation, I added. I was willing to take a loss on this position, on that first account, just because, like I said, it is in drawdown, and I'll show you guys just for transparency. So this is my leading account right here. I'm about $500 in profit, need about $2,500 to get a payout. And on the account that is in drawdown, $530. And this is actually now about $1,200 in drawdown. So slowly building out of this here. Oh, you guys can't even see that. Wow. Stop that. Share, and okay, boom. All right, you guys can see this now. No. Now you can see it. All right. So boom. Like I was saying, this is the follower account that I'm trading right now. This account is in drawdown about $1,200. I need to make total $3,000, or this equity balance has to be at 5,300, 53,000 to be able to get a $2,000 payout. The main account is this one right here. This one is in profit. It's in profit about $500. I initially was trading them separately, which led to the other account being in heavy drawdown. This was pre-New Year's, just trying, not wanting to just sit on my hands. But yeah, all in all, pretty good day. $700 day. If you guys have any questions, if you want more breakdowns, comment below, let me know. Like I said in the last video, if you guys are interested in one-on-one coaching or group coaching, definitely check out Strong Trading, where Tanner, Lawrence, and I are here to help you focus on your process and help you get some days like this. That being said, peace.